Good afternoon, y'all, and welcome to our final parent orientation on Canvas. So we'll give everyone that wants to join a minute or two to join us. Hopefully your week has been great so far. Thankful it's Friday. Tomorrow.
Yeah, we're excited to have everybody with us tonight.
Right, we'll give it about another 30 seconds so we can get these numbers up. Any parents that want to join us. While we're waiting, if you do want to comment and ask a question, make sure you keep it to limited to Canvas, and then we'll try to answer as many questions as we can towards the end. You can comment in YouTube if you're joining us from YouTube, and also Facebook may allow you to or force you to have to allow StreamYard to access your account temporarily so that you can comment. So be sure if you have any questions about Canvas, you can ask those to us, and we'll try to answer those. All right, we'll get started. My name is Adam Wiseman. I'm the Digital Learning and Innovation Specialist / Coordinator, mainly serving McDowell High School.
I'm Melissa Knight. I serve 4 of the elementary schools and one of the middle schools, East McDowell Middle. So we're glad to have you here tonight.
And I'm Eve Walker. I serve the other 4 elementary schools and West McDowell Middle and Foothills Community School.
So tonight's is geared more to parents, and we're going to show you the steps that you can take to link a parent observer account to your child's Canvas so that you can help with due dates, and you can see what your child is learning and what some of their assignments are. And then that way you can better help your child be successful. It does take a team, and we're on that team with you. And we are thankful that you are on the team of helping students to be successful. So Canvas, if you're not already familiar with that over the last week with your child learning more about that, Canvas is our learning management system for our 6th through 12th grade students, no matter if they're virtual or if they are in person. And a learning management system is just a fancy name for just a place to find their materials, their assignments, anything that they're learning about that their teacher has provided resource-wise. It's also where they will turn in most of their work digitally. And you can also, and we'll show you this tonight, you can communicate with your child's teachers through Canvas and vice versa with that. So Canvas is a wonderful one-stop shop or one-stop vehicle that will manage learning in one place for your students. And that way they can be set up for success. Okay, so we'll go and get started. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to walk you through how that you can register an account as an observer. So give me just a second. Let me share my screen. All right, so to get started in registering, we have set up a page that will provide that link for you so that you can have it, that has all these resources for specific groups. So we have a page for students so that they can get help with Google Classroom if they're kindergarten through 5th grade. And if they're in 6th through 12th, they can find a student guide for them that can kind of help them if they need some support with Canvas. We have this families icon here. Once again, we have Google Classroom resources for K-5 families. Then we have Canvas resources for 6-12 families. All right. So on this page, as well as our main district website, and I'll go there as well, you can access the parent login. So parents would log in on a different page than the students would, okay, to Canvas. So on the district site and also your child's school websites, we tried to consolidate things on our district and school website so that it is more user-friendly and everything is laid out pretty much the same. So under families on the district website, you can see LMS parent connection information. And so LMS stands for Learning Management System. You'll hear us refer to Canvas and Google Classroom as a LMS. That's just I'm so tired I can't talk. That is the abbreviation for Learning Management System. Okay, so once you're on this page, you have a button here that takes you to the Canvas parent login. Okay, so when I click on that, it's going to take me to the parent login. And so if you've never registered for Canvas as a parent, then you will click the link up here that says parent of a Canvas user. Click here for an account. So this is your first step in order to start registering your account, okay? And we did share on our Facebook page the live instruction, the step that you would need to get the student pairing code. So your student will have to provide you with a pairing code. So we will show you how to access that as well. Okay, so we wanted to put that information out just a little bit before our live stream. So we did that about an hour and a half ago, just to, if you were able to do that and get your join observer code, then you could follow along with us as we show you the steps for that. Okay, if you did not, then that's perfectly okay. I'm going to show you how easy it is to link your child to your parent account. So when I click on parent of a Canvas user, it's going to pop up this window here. So you would type in your name. I'm just going to go through the steps here. Then you would type in your email address. You would set a password. You'd have to type it in again. And here's where it would give you the box that you would have to have the student pairing code. So if you don't know the steps, or if you don't want to go back to the Facebook page to find the guide to help you, then they have provided a link here that you can click on, and it will take you to the resource document that shows you how that your child or you can generate that join code that you would need in order to complete the sign-up process to register your account and link it to one of your students. All right. So I'm going to show you how to access the pairing code for your student, or your student can access that for you. So what they would need to do, they would need to log in to their Canvas. And I will stop here. One of the most common errors for students in getting to Canvas is they'll just Google Canvas. And if I Google Canvas, it's going to take me to Canvas, but this will take me to a bunch of links to other Canvas sites. So there is a global Canvas. Canvas is free to sign up for globally, but this would be the wrong place for students as well as you to log into Canvas. Okay, so McDowell County Schools has its own site or instance of Canvas that uses a special link that you access that with. Okay, and students can access their Canvas by going to their school's website. I'll just go to McDowell High School's website since that's the school that I mainly serve. And then it's under academics. is their login to Canvas, and this should automatically log them in because it does use their Google account, their McDowell County Schools Google account. All right, so that's how that they log in to Canvas. All right, so if they're at a middle school or another high school in the county, their school's website should have the similar navigation. So Canvas will be located under the academics tab, okay, for the students. So when I logged in as a student, then they're going to click on their account icon. That is up near the school logo, or the district logo actually. And it says account. So when I click on account, then it's going to pop out this window here. And I'm going to click settings. And then here on the right, there's a button that says pair with an observer. So when you click on that, it's going to pop out a code, and you would write this down. This does change each time that you hit that pair with an observer button. Okay, so only click it once, get that code, and then you can have that to join your student. You would not use this code that I have here because this is the code that links with this MHS test student. Okay, so this is case sensitive, so make sure that if it's a capital letter that you enter it as a capital letter. All right, so I would copy that over here into my pairing code here. I would check I agree to the terms, and then I can click start participating, and then it will log you in as a parent. So I'm going to let Eve take over and kind of show you what it looks like after you have linked and registered your parent observer account.
About the if parents have different households, can they both use the same pairing code for their student? And a parent actually messaged me about that and had a great idea. You can create a free Google account, a free Gmail account, and you could use that for both parents just for the Canvas account, and just put that pairing code in on your different devices and use that in each home. So, you know, it wouldn't be for anything else but Canvas. If you're able to work that out with the other parent, just create a free Google account specifically for Canvas, and then you would just share that to log in to check your student's Canvas account. So I thought that was a really great idea. A parent suggested, because you can't make two pairing codes and have two separate observer accounts for that child. So that would be a way you could do that, Jason. And I think Sonia was kind of asking the same question. So I'm going to show you, I had a little technical difficulty earlier, but we're going to pretend like I used the pairing code Adam generated, and I went to McDowell.instructure.com and logged in with that, or set up my account with that pairing code that my child gave me. And so this is what you'll see. It's very similar to what your child sees when they log in. On the dashboard, you'll see all their courses here. And as you can see, it says observing. The student in this case is MHS tests. So this would say observing and your child's name. So you're an observer as a parent, and you can see a lot of the same things the student can see. I'll go in this class right here. This is your dashboard, and it comes up organized in these cards, so you can see all the different courses they're in that they belong to currently here at the top. If I go in this class, you basically see the same things the student sees here. There might be one or two things different, but once you click on the course to look at that individual course, Steve's math class, the homepage will have should have similar templates as this on all your students, whether they're in 6th grade or 11th grade. So you'll see the name of the school somewhere here, and about your teacher page, class resources page, classwork, class meeting information, and if they use class discussion, that'll be here. If you need any information about the teacher, or maybe her email or phone number, or anything like that, you can click right here, and they have an about your teacher page. This one we haven't added anything to yet, but they have their information on that page. And then the class resources, maybe some important resources, maybe regular websites your child's teacher uses with them would be here. And classwork links to all their assignments. So that's a tab for all their assignments. Class meeting is what they use for their weekly Google Meets, and it usually has a school schedule there as well as when their live meeting times are. So that's pretty much what you would be interested in. Also, when you look into each individual course, you will see sort of a to-do list of what's coming up here in the class. And if they have due dates, you'll see the due date here, point value or percentage value, and what the lesson is. So you can kind of see, looks like Steve has got 4 different assignments coming up next week. So I want to make sure he's on top of those. And so that is just a quick way to look at that. You can also view the calendar for the class right here on the right side, if you click on that. And those assignments for that class, they're color-coded by the different courses. This is Steve's calendar, but it's just currently showing his math class. So you can check his other classes to see if he has anything in those by just clicking these little boxes next to him. And if there's any additional coursework in the other courses, you can see them that way on Steve's calendar, on your student's calendar. And you can toggle through the months, whatever you need to do there. So that's the calendar. And going back, let me go back to the course we were looking at. You can also, I believe parents can also check their, go to their account and change up their notifications. This kind of sends you emails about what's going on in the classroom. And if I'm wrong, Adam, you jump in and tell me, but I'm pretty sure parents can set that up as well, right?
Yes. Yep.
So if you click on your notifications under account, you can get email notifications about any of these activities, due date, grading policies, course content. So if you want like some of this, you may only want like a weekly summary. So you would check the little calendar. Due dates, you might want to know right away what's going on with that. Some of this you may not care anything about because it's your student's business and you don't really need a daily reminder about it. So you could X out some of that. So you just set up your notifications to your personal preferences, and you don't have to save that or anything. It sticks. Back on your main dashboard again, you can click on View Grades here. And Canvas does some grades, and it passes grades to PowerSchool, but your student's main platform for their grades is going to be PowerSchool. So they will be able to show you how they log into that with their IM credentials. That's a separate thing, but this does have some grades in it. So you can click there and see any grades they've gotten in the last, I guess, in the history of the, it gives you a summary here of each class. So if I wanted to see, where was the one we were just in? Not seeing it. We'll just click on that one. You can click on the individual courses and see some of the grades that that person's made, that student's made. Just your student. So you can see some of their grades and if they have missing work that way. And back to Steve's math class, you can also get to grades this way and go to specific classes and see the grades there. So that's another option. And the last thing that you're probably mainly interested in besides grades and just general like due dates and things is the modules. That is also where I said you could click on classwork. It's the same thing. It's their classwork. And students' work is going to be organized in like weekly modules, which basically like week 1 or the week of August 17th, it might say, is what they're doing this past week. And then the week of August 24th would be the next week. You can see assignments, the due dates for them if they have one, and how much they're worth. They may have a to-do list here like this. So this was Adam's, I think he was using for our presentation the other day, but mainly you'll use it to see what kind of assignments that they've got for the week. So that's very handy to check that out. And that's one more thing that's really important. We have the inbox. You can also get to your calendar right here, the same way I showed you earlier. It's just a different tab for it. So that'll take you to your main calendar for all the classes again. And then the inbox is a nifty little way to communicate with your child's teachers. So if you want to say get in touch with their math teacher, you might go down to Steve's math class. And then you can just click on the little compose a new message here. And you can type in whichever teacher you want to email. Let's see. If you're not sure of the teacher's name, you can actually click the little address book here and click teachers. And then you can choose, you can say, oh yeah, it was Miss Walker. That's who I'm emailing. So just click the names you need to email and then give it a subject. It's basically got its own email messaging system built right into it. So when you're in there looking and you see something you're curious about or your child needs help with or you're confused about, you can just email the teacher right inside of Canvas. And then you can also add an attachment or a video to that if you need to just add anything to it. The teacher could also send back a video to help Steve if he's really struggling with whatever concept was taught that day. So we can just hit send here, and that sends it to Steve's teachers he chose, and you can do that in any of the courses. So that's very, very handy for communicating with your child's teacher.
Eve, before you stop sharing your screen, there's a question about can a parent be an observer to more than one student? So the answer to that is yes, Amanda. So you can do this on the web-based sign-in. So what you would do, you would click on observe. That's right. I think you click on observing, Eve.
Under your account tab, click observing.
And then your other students would need to give you their pairing code, or you can set with them and get that with them. They'll have to be logged into their McDowell County Schools Canvas account, and you can add students, the remaining students there. Okay.
So yeah, this shows that I'm observing MHS test student right now, but if I had another child in another grade that I want to pair with as well, I can just get the code from that child and then just hit add student, plus sign student, and then I'll put them in there too. So I can observe 2 students or 3 students, however many I have. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the app. Here we go. Sorry, I had to reload. We're really working our MacBooks hard this past couple weeks. So when you go to, if you're on an Android device, you can get the Android app for Canvas Parent from Google Play Store. It looks like this. Or on an Apple, on an iPhone, you can go to the App Store and get your Canvas Parent app that way. Either way, both have it. Install that. And it looks a little bit different than the website. You've got, you have to click Find School, and you're going to just search for McDowell County Schools Parent. You don't actually search the school name, you search the county name. So search McDowell County Schools Parent, and then you can create an account this way too. If you're not, if you don't use a computer or anything, you can always create your account on your cell phone app. So just click Create an Account. And just like Adam showed you earlier, you put your name, your email, your passwords, and then the student's pairing code they give you. Click Agree, and then start participating. And then you're set up on your cell phone. And I'll let you take it over, Adam.
Okay. So we had a question from our chat that their particular student was seeing a different, they were not seeing the same menu choices when they signed in to Canvas. So first off, make sure they are signed in to the right Canvas. So an easy way to check, they should have the McDowell County Schools logo at the top. Another way to check is the web address to Canvas should be mcdowell.instructure.com. So after you made sure that they're logged in to the correct Canvas, then this menu that I have here, this is the global navigation. So it's kind of slimmed down version of the menu. So if I wanted to pop that out or expand it, I can click this arrow with the line, and that makes the words visible. Okay, so that's the only two options that students would have in order to hide this menu here. Now their dashboard may look a little differently depending on how they've set it up. So this is called card view, and some students may have set this to list view, and list view kind of looks like a planner. So if I sort of am getting to like this view a little bit better than the card view, because it kind of shows me what I have due tomorrow for this class. Now, if I had other classes that had due dates, then it would have those classes listed here with the items that were due. And I could pop those out, and I could actually click on these links here, and that takes me directly to that assignment. This assignment, it shows I've submitted it. So this is a really good view for students, so they can have a glance of all their classes, the due dates, and they're in kind of like a planner organization. Okay, but for parents to get making sure your student knows where to go to get their pairing code, they're going to click on account up here. So if it's the expanded view, it says account. If it's the minimized view, then it's got their little profile bubble here. And they may or may not have added their picture. Okay. So when they click on account, then they click settings, and then I'm able to click the pair with an observer, and that provides me with a code. Okay. And once again, this changes each time that you hit that button. Okay. So if you were to copy it down and then somebody comes and your student accidentally clicks on it again, it changes that code. All right. That's a security measure. All right. So if you are still having trouble getting a pairing code, or your student or you cannot figure out how to get it, then you can reach out to us, and we're able to provide that for you. We can send that to you. We'll just have to either verbally over the phone get some verification, or through other means, but we would have to verify that it's a person that is on the contact list for your student. Okay.
And Adam, I put the email address on there that they can email us at if they're having trouble with the pairing code. Yeah. And we can help them out.
That is great. Because we're here to support you. And I know this is new to everyone, especially how we're having to do school. So our main goal is to make it sure all of our students are successful. And parents are one of the most important pieces of that, because we couldn't do this. We couldn't educate your children without you. Okay, so it takes a team, and we appreciate you being on the team with your student. So feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be glad to assist you as best as we can. All right. We will also pop in, and I showed you that at the beginning, the LMS support page. That has a wealth of resources, step-by-steps, for getting the pairing code, for registering your parent observer account. Also, it has a parent guide to kind of help you navigate Canvas as a parent. We also have the student guide. So a lot of great information that we put together on that page there. So be sure to check that out if you're having some trouble or you just want to learn a little bit more. Okay. So what other questions that you have, we'll try to answer those. Make sure that they're about Canvas.
I just want to say again, you do have to use the same email. You can log in on more than one device, but you do have to use the same email after you've paired with that student. So, if you're having trouble with that, I would just maybe try again at another time and see if it'll work. I'm not sure what else to tell you for that, but if you have separate households that your student lives in, then you could maybe make a free Gmail account and share that Gmail account with the other household just for Canvas and nothing else. That way, both families could log in for that student, if that makes sense.
So Linda, if your student can't get anywhere past clicking on Canvas, if they're on a district-owned Chromebook, then one of the first steps is to have them power off the device, then power it back on. If you're still having issues with that, reach out to us. Probably the best thing to do, especially if it's a Chromebook issue, a school-issued Chromebook, is to reach out to your child's school, and they'll be able to direct you and get any issues fixed for you, so that you can your child can have success with their device. Heather, if you can't get the app on your phone, you can pull up Canvas, that link to the parent login on your phone's browser. So if you have Chrome or Safari or whatever other kind of browser that's on your phone, you can just go to our website and then go to that parent Canvas login, and you'll be able to log in that way. Okay.
And just speaking as a mama, I have my daughter log in on her Chromebook quite often and just show me her Google Classroom or her Canvas. So if you're really having a hard time with your cell phone or whatever you have to use, just have your kid open up Canvas and show you their grades and show you their assignments. They can do that. And that's just another way around it. If you're having issues with, if it's two homes and the other home is not wanting to agree to share an email, then your student can just open up that Canvas and show you their grades and show you their assignments. So, but yes, if you're having technical difficulties, that's what I would do. I do that quite often. Sometimes I don't even remember to use my parent apps, and I just use my child. So.
Also, let me show you real quick again, just to reiterate. So parents, after you've registered a Canvas account and you've paired at least one student, make sure that when you're logging in again, if you're going through the website, this is what the parent login looks like. It's got these mountains in the background. It's got the logo up here. So your username will be whatever email that you set up when you first registered your parent account, and then you set up your password. Okay, so that's whenever you registered, that will be your password. Okay, and then if you have additional students that you want to add, once you log in successfully after you've added that one student, then you'll be able to add additional ones. And then, like Eve was talking about, if you have the app on your phone, you do have to register your Canvas account first through the website before you're able to use the app. Okay, so because you'll have to have that registered email that you used to sign up, and also that password. Okay, so make sure you're following those steps. And if you're still having trouble, because we did kind of went over this kind of quickly, always refer back to our LMS support page. This has step-by-step directions that you can kind of follow along as you go. It's under families. And then it has both an English and Spanish version of how to become a parent Canvas observer. So if I click on the English one, this has all the steps we talked about. It's got even pictures of what you need to do. Okay, so hopefully these resources will help you if you're still having trouble. If you're still having trouble after you went through these steps, then please email us. That link is in the chat, and then we'll try to assist you as best as we can so we can get you linked to your child's Canvas, okay? Okay, Lottle in the YouTube chat. So help is missing on the dashboard. You don't really need the help icon. All you'll need is the to get your student's pairing code. You just need that account. So you click on the account icon under your student's account, and then click settings, and then you can generate the pairing code that you'll need. Any other questions about Canvas? So I think you will love Canvas once you get linked as a parent, because you'll be able to see what your student sees. You just won't be able to, you won't have to complete assignments. Your student will, but you'll be able to help manage their due dates and keep them on track. You'll be able to message your child's teachers through that way, as well as other means. So it's got a lot of good stuff that will really help your child. You can also access their grades, like Eve said. Even though there will be some grades posted in Canvas, that's a good place to start. But the official place to get your child's grades is through PowerSchool. And if you don't have a PowerSchool login or access code, you will need to reach out to your child's school and talk to their person in charge of student data, and they'll be able to get you set up with that, okay? But Canvas is a good place. That's where all teachers will be posting some grades in there, and those grades will link back to PowerSchool. So, but the official place to get grades is in PowerSchool. All right. If there's no more questions, we sure do appreciate you all giving up your afternoon or your evening to listen to us talk. Hopefully we have helped you in linking your parent account with your student or students, or hopefully we have helped you know how to do that. And our main goal, once again, is to make sure our McDowell County children are successful. Okay. So hope you have a great rest of your night, and hope you have a great year. We're here to support you. Just let us know. Have a great night, y'all.
Bye.